how queue works in the 3D. You can see here. Really fun. Really fun. Hello and welcome to Coding Offshot. In this segment, there will be a series of videos in which we will implement or see some data structure using BabylonJs, which will be really fun to visualize how data structure work in a 3D form. So let's get started. So this is a basic template which I have been created by default. You can download this from the GitHub link which is in the comment section. Okay, not to worry about this. This is the basic scene developed created using BabylonJs and React, and I'm using Vite for this. So the important part here is implementing data structure and visualizing it. Okay, here I have been created this queue file, and here we are going to implement queue data structure. And to give you a quick look how things will work, this is the scene where we will call this queue, creating an instance of that class, queue class, and here we are going to render it in a browser. This is all done using BabylonJs. Not worry about that. If you want me to explain how to set up this BabylonJs using React, just comment below and I will be ready with the new video. Okay, so let's get started by importing star as Babylon from BabylonJs core class going to be queue and default constructor So queue will have a two function in queue and the second function is dequeue. If by any chance you are not familiar what queue data structure is, just take a quick look by reading it on Google. So to keep the video very short, I am not going to explain how queue works, but you can see we are going to visualize queue in the 3D using 3D. Okay, so just be with me. Okay, and the next function will be init, which will be called this dot toQueue by default. Okay, so here is a basic template which we have created. Now here comes the role of BabylonJs to create a mesh or the box. Babylon dot mesh builder dot create box. The name of the box will be box, and the size will be 1. And by now we are ready with the box in a browser. Okay, so let's run this. I think it is running on my screen. So we are not exporting that. If you are worrying about these two buttons here, not to worry, this is the basic button created using HTML and implement the queue and dequeue function of the queue. Okay, so this is the basic scene created here with a box in it, and here we are going to visualize how queue works. Okay, so this dot we push box. We are going to push this box on this queue. So let's see what happens here. If I press in queue, nothing happens. Why? Because the first box and the second box is in the same position, and now what we have to do is just change the position of second box. So the easy way is position dot y, this dot u dot this dot length. So let's see. We can see here the box are stacking one upon another, but we want them in a queue, so just change the axis from x y to x. So it works, okay? But how we will differentiate from one box to another? For that, to solve that, I have a solution. We can change the color of the boxes to differentiate the first or second and third boxes, okay? So I have created a function for that. Here you can find here in the util section, hex to color get random color. There is a two function. This will provide a random color to us, and this will change that random color to the color which BabylonJs understands this, okay? So how we are going to do this? We have to create a material for that box. So let's create a material with the boxes. This will be a standard material, and now choose nothing happens because we have to change the color of the box material. Box material dot diffuse color will be get hex to color 3, and it will take a string value which we get from get random color, okay? So now I think this should work. So let's refresh it and see. Oh, now what happened? Hex targets not a function, not now. Oh, sorry. So I think by now this thing should work. So let's refresh that here. It works, okay? So let's click a function in queue, and now we are getting another box by side, and the queue is being created. We are getting new boxes after we click in queue. You can see here. Now the queue becomes full long. So it will be really nice if we just change this axis to minus, and also we can provide some spacing between them so that it should look nice. This dot spacing and just give a default value to 2. Star and this dot spacing. Let's see what happens now. It's the first box, second, and third, and the fourth. Not much space. Let's create some additional space. So now we are getting some space, and by clicking NQ we are getting new boxes in the queue. So now we are going to implement the dequeue function. Let's check this dot queue dot length should be greater than 0, and get the box which should be removed. And to remove a 3D mesh from the browser in BabylonJs, we have to call .dispose. So I think by now it should work fine. So let's refresh it and call enqueue, works well, and dequeue works good, nice. Refresh it again. This is the first one, second one, third one, fourth one, fifth one. And when we click on dequeue, first will go out, then second will go out, then third, then fourth. So see, you can see here we have implemented how queue works. Who comes first? Here you can see the green comes first, and when we click on dequeue, green will go first. So very easy, very short, just two functions and some 3D. But to implement this 3D, we have to create a lot behind that. Let's keep it that for a new video or the next video, where we'll see from scratch how to set up BabylonJs to create some fun stuff. This is fun stuff, of course. Let, I think my OBS. Okay. And position, we are getting the position. We have to set the position of that box to 1 plus this dot spacing. I think this should work well. So let's refresh it and see what happens now. First, second, third, fourth. First, second. The thing which I have changed now is all this box will shift. So to make it clear or make it more appealing to visualize. Let's refresh it again. It is really fun to watch that 3D stuff. First, second box, third box, fourth box, fifth, and just remove first one, second one, third one, fourth one. Congrats everyone, we have implemented queue, and we are also visualizing queue, how queue works in the 3D. You can see here. Really fun. Okay, so just if you want to learn more stuff, or you want something specific to visualize in 3D, some amazing ideas which is tingling in your mind, just comment below. Just feel free to comment below. I will try to create a video on that. So that's it for this video, and if you want some more stuff, just subscribe, and hope to see you in the next coding offshot. Thank you.